Yo, what's up, guys? I was gonna set up the tripod, but I'll just do this video selfie style. This is Cycle 10's Dream plus Flow. I got a little piece of hair there. And I'm labeling this one just Casey. And I'm gonna look at, like, there's a blog post that goes with this below. But if you don't know, so I live my life in these 108-day cycles. At the start of the cycle, I basically set up a plan called the dream. And then the flow is like how I plan on getting that done. And then at the end of the cycle, I do a video and a blog post about how it went. This cycle, it starts January 1st, and this post should normally be up January 1st, but it's taking me so long to get it up because the last cycle, cycle 9, or the end of last year using regular time, I I was I was I don't like I hate the word crazy. I want to take crazy out of my vocabulary, but I'll use it today. And for now, I had a manic episode at the end of the year. Actually, it started in like September and just went on and on. Had a lot of energy, a lot of spirit, a lot of I went on spiritual journeys and all that. And by the end of the year, I ended up getting this shot every 2 to 3 weeks that was bringing my, like, making me depressed, energy way down. I finally stopped the shot, cut my meds back a little bit. I take Seroquel to help with sleep. I was taking 400 milligrams, now I'm taking 200 for those who know of the different medications. So that's why it's taken so long to get this Cycle 10 Dream and Flow up. I got my laptop here, just going through the notes. Why just Casey? Why am I calling it just Casey? And there might be, Cycle 11 might be just Casey 2, and Cycle 12 might be just Casey 3. It's just Casey because I'm consolidating like all of the Milltown Kid stuff. I mean, if you're watching this, you're probably a subscriber from a long time ago and are familiar with the Milltown Kid. But then I created another persona, Casey Abbott Payne, to try to counter Milltown Kid. And it's been a whole process. And something I say at the end of this, but I'll just say now, the reason this whole thing has been so crazy for me, this journey of self-discovery, is because, so again, I made Milltown Kid, made Casey Abbott Payne in like 2015 as a counter. But this whole thing's been so crazy for me because I had my first manic episode when I was like 19. And it was a very spiritual experience for me, but I didn't have any spiritual language, any spiritual guides, nothing to help make that make sense from a spiritual perspective. So it was all, Western medicine. You're crazy. You got to take drugs. So I've been experiencing over 20 years of that. Many different, like just last year, I had another spirit adventure, manic adventure, but I've had several over the years. That started when I was 19. And then in 2002, I made the name Milltown Kid people didn't use their real name online in 2002. So, I used that in the beginning, it was just a reflection of me. Like there wasn't a character. It was all me. And I used it on an internet discussion forum. But then that turned into my website and, my blog. My blog was Milltown Kid. Then I obviously made the YouTube account Milltown Kid. And in the beginning, it was just me. But as time went on, getting that viral video was crazy. Like I was one of the first people to have that kind of viral success and get a following. There was no template for it. But so Milltown Kid ended up turning into a character. It was a project between me, the creator, and you, the viewer, right? Like it's interesting, for people who create, there's this push and pull between wanting to create something that'll maybe get a lot of views and maybe wanting to create what you really want to create. But in the it's 2022 now. A lot of people just want to create stuff that just gets a lot of views. So there was this push and pull between Milltown Kid. So I had the bipolar thing going on and the Milltown Kid thing going on, and it was a lot. But what Milltown Kid ultimately was kind of spiritual expression. Like I ended up, the stories about all that will be coming as time goes on. So, and just Casey, so I'm just going to use Casey, not Casey Abbott Payne, not Milltown Kid, just Casey. That's me. And I would actually like to one day, choose a name for myself, create, won't be a persona. This will just be me, an evolution of me where, I choose a name of my own. And my name, like as a black dude, you can get caught up in like, my slave name or my colonial name, like Payne, right? Payne came from my father, but like it's a name that like, you were a slave of the Payne family and so your last name was Payne, right? Like, I don't love it. Casey is cool though, because my namesake was Kenneth Calvin. People called him Casey. That person was important to my mother. I believe he committed suicide. That's where Casey comes from. So Casey is chill. Casey is cool. I can rock with Casey until I come up with another name. That was a lot of talking, but so the dream and the dream for this cycle, and like I said, it might be the next cycle and the cycle after that, will just be going through all of my, maybe old videos, I got a ton of journals, old blog posts, and just and just sifting through all that, and then to find out who I am, like who exists after I go through all the Milltown Kid and the Casey Abbott Payne and the this and that. Because something I'll say, what's interesting is when you create a persona or a character, from my point of view, you can assign different values to each character and different beliefs, but then not really take ownership of those values and of those beliefs, because it's like, oh, that's just a character. That's not me. That's just a character. So no more of that. I'm gonna get down to the root of what my values are, what I believe. Not what Casey Abbott Payne believes, not what Milltown Kid believes. What just Casey, just Casey believes. So I actually wrote about doing that in the last cycle, but I had too many other things. This is the pure focus of this cycle, maybe the next cycle, maybe the cycle after that. I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time. I'll do a lot of reading of my old stuff, a lot of writing. I might find some books, or I plan on signing up for therapy again. I might find books to help this process, whatever. So it's going to be a slow process. I'll share videos and blog posts about, what I come up with as the time goes on. And then I'll just end with this. I don't know how that video came out with my shaman friend, but I don't know if he said it in that video, but we talked, we had a long talk all that whole day, but he said shamanism is about healing. And if I grab this book, which I just started reading, The Healing Wisdom of Africa, all this stuff is about healing. And what I'm going through now with this process of just Casey, going through my stuff, getting rid of, the any masks I'm wearing, is really a healing process. And ultimately, what I want to create with Flowism, Way of the 108, etc., the content I produce in the future, it's really about I got a lot of healing to do for myself, but I really can't effectively help others heal until I, go through this process on my own, fully and deeply. So that's why, Way of the 108's on hold, Flowism, whatever, any of that stuff's on hold, because I'm just going to be doing the work on myself. And I guess I'll say this one last thing real quick. that's interesting as we roll on to 1008 is I wrote a book while I was in quarantine last year, and the book was like maybe Flow to Your Dream, Flowism. I think it was Flow to Your Dream book. But what resulted from that writing was I was like, yo, I know what I'm talking about. This is good, but I haven't fully done it for myself. And I don't want to be preaching and talking about nothing. Even if I know it and understand it, but I haven't like absorbed it, and it's not me yet. Yeah, I can't be putting stuff in. I can't be putting stuff. I can't be putting stuff out like that. Actually, we'll end this video right at 11:08. Next cycle, cycle 11, and I kind of want to get another tattoo. Can't really see it. There you go. I want to get another tattoo on cycle 11, day 8, 11:08. Anyway, all right. Love you guys. Peace.